We went to York and we're inviting you to join us on our ultimate self-guided walking tour of this spectacular historic city. Come along and join the adventure.
Whoa, you wanna do it again? You wanna do it again sometime? Whoa, can I see you again?
So we are in the city of York. We're going to do a full day here, wandering around, walking the city walls, doing some sightseeing, seeing all the iconic sites here. We are beginning at Clifford's Tower, which unfortunately at the moment is closed and it's all in scaffold, but we still wanted to start here because nearby is Dick Turpin's grave. So we're going to go and find that now.
He's all about the sightseeing and that, but I'm all about for the Betties, and I'm sure the girls will agree with me.
I mean,
Maybe.
yeah, but sightseeing has to be coupled with food anyway.
Well, yeah, but you get cream tea and, well, I don't want tea. Coffee. Let's go.
You've got around it first. We've got to do some walking and some sightseeing first.
Okay. We've managed to find his grave.
We have. So obviously Dick, or Richard Turpin, is a notorious highwayman whose escapades have been somewhat romanticised over the years, but he was actually executed here in York in 1739 for horse theft.
Okay, happy thoughts.
Yeah. And this is where he now lies.
Yeah. So we're just going to go up along the city wall and see what we can find as we head in to the city centre.
Yeah, we thought it might be a more scenic way back into the centre because we're going to go and find the Shambles soon.
Not quite sure how I feel about that. Luckily it's not high.
At least it's not high this side.
Yet.
Yeah, it's just a soft landing.
Yeah, because the grass hasn't even been cut,
It's
so...
very different because when we done the wall walk in Chester, there was something like there was a wall both sides.
Yeah.
Which that video is already up on the channel, so if you haven't seen that one, go and check that one out as well if you like this one.
Oh, there is a fire going on down there. We
Might
can
be
hear fire
barbecue.
engines as well.
Yeah.
Oh, smoked.
So we've just come off the city wall here to one of the many gates that's around before we head off back that way, but we do know there is loads of these cat statues dotted around York, so we'll see how many we can find today. So most of this wall is just turreted, but along this section we've got some of these crosses here which they would have, I assume, put their bow and arrow out and gone. So we're now at the shortest street in the entire city of York. It's only between 9 and 10 metres long. It literally runs from here where I'm stood just to there. It also has one of the funniest street names you're probably ever going to see in your life. Josh, do you want to give that a go?
Whip-Ma-Whop-Ma-Gate.
Whip-Ma-Whop-Ma-Gate. So we're now heading on to probably the most famous street in York. This is the Shambles. And not only is this probably the most famous street in York, it's also the busiest.
Very, very, very busy.
But we can't resist a stop here, can we?
Harry Potter shop.
Harry Potter shop. It is the shop that must not be named.
This is when you know you're in Florida, you get these. I miss them.
So we resisted the urge of the chocolate frog because we're going to get something from the chocolatiers up here in a little while because York is famous for its chocolate, but we found a Christmas shop.
Couldn't help but buy some lovely Christmas hand sanitizers. So we've got a marshmallow one and we've got an apple spice one because we love a good hand sanitizer.
So we've actually found a leaflet for the York Lucky Cats Trail just outside the York Lucky Cats shop.
Conveniently, but you just said you found another one, didn't you?
There is, it's right behind you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're not all the same. I thought they would all be the same.
Nope, they're all different. So many quirky little independent shops up here, but look how these buildings overhang. And then the gullies down here, they would have tipped all their stuff out the top windows and it would have flowed down, and also it was for the blood from the butchers. So we found the chocolate, Monk's Bar Chocolates of York, York's longest established artisan chocolatiers.
It'd be rude to not go in there and
Oh,
buy
it would
a little
be.
bit of chocolate.
It would be very, a little bit?
A lot.
We've come out with a box of 8 assorted chocolates for £7.50.
£7.50 life.
That was hard trying to choose though.
Hard. We had 8. We picked 8 and oh, Jurassic Park hat. Sorry.
It's in Jurassic Park stuff. So the smell of all the food, the chocolate, we've also bought some fudge, is making us hungry. So I think it's time for us to head off to Betty's now.
It'll be rude not to.
It will. Cake and coffee it is.
Look how beautiful these buildings are. We're just heading down to Betty's. We've just noticed another bear cafe as well. We really want to eat in there as well, but I don't think we can have 2 lunches. Well, we could.
We could have a late brunch and then lunch.
So we found Betty's cafe and tea rooms. There's a bit of a queue, but it's going to be worth the wait, I think. Just got our table in Betty's and we're just looking at what we want. We're going to go for a Yorkshire fat rascal scone and a gooey rascal, which is chocolate chip, Swiss chocolate caramel centre.
Yeah, and what's really good is we don't have to go to the shop afterwards. They've got a separate line outside for the shop. You actually tell your waitress what you want from the shop here, and they bring it to your table before you go. So we're going to get a bag of their coffee. Obviously we're going to get coffee to drink, but we're going to get a bag of coffee to take home as well.
And the coffee we're actually going to try is the, you can see that, Betty's Calf Blend, which comes in a cafetiere.
I might go for the world's best actually.
Okay.
So if one
Try
of us gets,
both.
yeah, if one of us gets a Betty's Cafe blend and one of us gets a world's best, try both.
The coffees have arrived. Look at these cute little strainers. I really want to take one of these home.
I've got to wait for 4 minutes before I can drink it though. These are cute though. Like it's got the little paper disc around to tell you which one's which.
Just get focus. The light's really harsh. There we go.
So our food has arrived. Look at this. This is my gooey rascal. He's smiling at me. And then Josh has got a fat rascal. He's also got a face, but his mouth's made out. Is that nuts?
Yeah.
Ooh. And then the girls have both gone for a Yorkshire cream tea, 2 scones each, jam and clotted cream, I'm guessing. Look at the inside of this gooey rascal. It's not focusing. Focus! Oh, there we go. Look at that. Well, Betty's was amazing.
It's very nice. The coffee was nice. We brought the coffee.
We have. We've got some coffee to take with us. I would highly recommend the gooey rascal.
Yes, even the lady was saying it was really nice.
It's a really popular one. But now we're going to continue our little walking tour of York. The Minster, which is right there. Just outside the Minster, there's this depiction of York, including the Minster. I'm guessing this is in iron. I don't know what sort of metal this is that's green, but this is kind of cool. And then the Minster right in front of us. They're obviously doing some work on it at the moment. I'm not going to go in the Minster today because we've got loads of other stuff we want to see, but it's £12 to go in if you fancied coming and having a look around. Just missed it dinging. We need to start burning off some of the calories that we've just eaten at Betty's, so we're going to head up onto a different section of the city walls, and we're on the hunt for an Alice in Wonderland statue. We don't know if we're going to find it or not, but we've seen it on Instagram, so we think it's somewhere on this section of wall.
So we're on a hunt for that and cats.
Cats, yeah. Still hunt for cats. So we've got to go through here. Ooh. And up the steps to get onto this section of wall. Ooh, these steps are small. Everybody make it up the tight passage?
Yeah. Just a bit.
Good job. Got a nice view of York Minster from this section of the wall, but we think the Alice statue may be somewhere down in these gardens. We're going to have to really look hard for it. We're just about given up. But we found the Alice in Wonderland statue. It's really not very easy to find. There we go, there's a better look at Alice stood proud. There is a Mad Hatter in here somewhere as well. There's the Mad Hatter, stood right behind her. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished, and we've made it to the next city gate, Booth and Bar. I think we're going over to the Museum Gardens next because there's some abbey ruins and stuff in there. We do love a good ruin. Oh, before we get there. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting this. We've seen loads of these all over York. They've got loads of different places where they're trying to encourage the bee population to thrive. This is really cute, I like it. Also, all the bee hotels and bug hotels that they've got represent the building that they're outside of. How cool is that?
We've just come into one of the gardens to look at this massive abbey. I'm not quite sure of the name yet. We're trying to find...
Well, Google, because obviously Google is never wrong, has just told me it's St Mary's Abbey ruins. But It's just in the gardens of the museum. You can just wander along and take your Instagram
Have a little look,
pictures.
it is really nice. Very pretty. It's got a bit more, must have stretched out down there as well, because there's smaller bits down there, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm guessing it would have been like here, because you can see the foundations here
Yeah,
as
you
well.
can see.
So
a
we're
little bit
basically-
there.
We're stood inside it.
A couple of bits all the way down there.
So we've just come down by the River Ouse and we're on Dame Judi Dench Walk. Apparently she was born here in York, and we're Disney fans, and she does the voice in Spaceship Earth. So
Which I knew that from today.
she was also M in James Bond. So we're just going to have a walk down by the river because we can, really.
And it's still lovely and warm. And
It's very humid, actually. I need a drink.
I really, really need a drink.
So as we need a drink and a loo break, we thought we'd take the opportunity and go in the Golden Fleece, one of York's most haunted buildings. In fact, there's a sign just on the outside: the 5 ghosts, Lady Alice Peckett, Jeff Monroe, One-Eyed Jack, Grumpy Old Man and a small child. One of these, I can never remember which one it is supposedly meant to haunt the women's toilets. So we just enjoyed a drink outside in the garden of the Golden Fleece with this guy up here. I think he's been here a little while. You alright, mate? It's all good. Did I take you out of the umbrella? I do apologise. Anyway, we're going to walk through. Josh and the girls are going to use the toilets, which are supposedly haunted.
The girls don't watch me pee.
Enjoy that. I'm going to go and wait outside. But I'm just going to walk through. There's another guy at the bar as well. But hopefully they won't get tickled on the body by anything that they can't see. Oh yeah, also, look at the sign on the door. I hope you don't see him in there.
No.
These are quite creepy as well. They definitely embrace, they've got all the ghost stories along here though, so it's definitely embracing here that it's haunted, and you can actually stay here the night. We'd like to come back and do that. That would be terrifying. Anyone experience any unwanted fumblings or tickles or?
Door swung.
The door swung.
But and then I walked past the toilet roll thing fell on the floor, but I don't know if that was me or not.
Oh, and now you will never know.
So we couldn't help but buy some hand moisturisers.
Sanitisers.
So I said moisturisers.
Yeah. Go again.
So we couldn't help but buy some hand.
Mission accomplished. Oh. Wandering around, walking the city walls, doing some sightseeing. All. Did I say sightseeing?
Yeah.
Did I say sightseeing or sightseeing?
Sightseeing, I think.
Okay. Doing some sightseeing. We'd like to give a massive shout out to all of our patrons and our YouTube members for their continued support of our content. If you haven't already, you can subscribe by clicking on our faces in the circle, or you can watch more of our vlogs by clicking on the rectangle. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.